You go up Buchanan Street, you go up Sucky Hall Street, you're mobbed, come here. No one bothers you.
It's like a 24/7 job, but since I got diagnosed in 2014, I've got a better understanding of it now. And going into the Moving Forward programme, it's been much easier to understand how I do things differently from other people.
I was getting really easily stressed out with a lot of things, but it's like a really long story of how it happened. I would probably have to write a book about everything that's happened to me in school.
Play games, repeat. Play games, repeat. Going to bed, eating dinner, and repeating that. There was nothing that really changed until I joined this, and then I got out more, started doing things, and it helped a lot.
It helped me with my confidence, because before that was a big issue. Now I've changed my way of how I think when it comes to achievements, so I feel that I'm a lot more confident.
They're really beautiful and they're very calming. I just hope these ones can spread their wings and fly like me.
During unemployment, it's easy to do nothing. Definitely I was depressed before Moving Forward, and they've helped me get out of that. It's given me a new lease on life.
Meeting new people, gaining more confidence, and also helped me to get a job. Moving Forward programme's done a lot for me.
It was as if there was a brick wall in front of me, and then someone just removed that brick wall. I went from not really knowing what to do to knowing I can go out anytime, really, to go to these meet-up places and try and make friends. It's amazing, really, how with the right support you can do quite a few things.
It's amazing, I'm really enjoying it, and I feel motivated, and it's just great doing something that I've always wanted to do.
I feel more grown up, I feel more happy, and I'm proud that I've got autism because it's made me unique, and I'm in the library now doing work experience. My family and friends and everybody's really proud of me.
It means the world to me because I actually wanted to help in emergency services. The future's looking good just now for me.
I'd say definitely the work placement's been the best, just because it's put me back into the environment of being in a workplace and made me go, oh, I can do this.
When my son was diagnosed autistic around 10 years ago, I felt very isolated, felt very probably just didn't have, didn't know where to turn to, didn't have any kind of support, was just given a diagnosis and basically said, have a nice life. So I kind of went to seek out within our local community some support, and obviously during the years came across different people who were able to offer that support, just like individuals like myself, parents, carers of autistic children, who were able to kind of guide me in that kind of journey. And that's kind of where my story started. I love being involved in the branch because I feel as if it's my way of giving back for all the support that I received from other parents and carers when I was going through the start of the journey. So now being able to give that back and hand down the advice and support that I was given, to be able to then hand that down to other people who are now starting on that journey, is just a real privilege, I guess, and just really exciting. So that's what I love. So we offer monthly information sessions for mostly parents and carers through a variety of different topics. We also run a monthly coffee drop-in in person for anyone who wants to come along and receive just kind of some social interaction, build support networks, just come along, have a wee chat, a wee cup of tea, a wee biscuit.
I think some of the issues facing autistic people range from employment. Many autistic people are not in employment, and many struggle to get into employment in the first place. Other issues include education, public transport. Also, there's issues with having quiet spaces and various sorts of venues, and there's also issues with public awareness and understanding of autism. I think what needs to change in Scotland for autistic people is there needs to be greater understanding across employment, greater understanding across the government, and greater understanding across the public of autism. And while there's lots of autism awareness, I feel there is just not that little extra thing of understanding autistic people. Autistic people should not be getting turned away from jobs purely because they seem a bit different during interviews. They shouldn't be turned away from jobs because they have put autism on their personal statement. In terms of government needs to do a lot more in policy to change things, because it can't just be companies, it can't just be the public, it takes government to make change. For autistic people thinking about campaigning, I would say absolutely do it. It is something that's quite liberating to do. It's something that does empower you. It's something that you can include your interests in. It does get your voice heard and lets you take back some of the power that you feel that you've lost when you've been in situations that make you uncomfortable.
One of the major challenges I'm finding is public transport just now is one of the major ones for myself, because I seem to be a lot busier. And I'm also involved in trying to get a commissioner for the learning disability and autism. I think it's important for autistic person to campaign is so they can get their voice heard within the wider community and also online. Also, other challenges are education and human rights, getting their voice heard throughout the community and the wider world. Not all many organisations still know what autism is. That's one of the many challenges, and they might not know how to adapt to the environment for somebody with autism. I think it's important for autistic people to campaign so the government and the general public would listen, so everybody's included.
I wanted to be a mentor because my job is as a manager in an insurance company, so I've actually mentored people within a team, you know, to become like team leaders or move on, and I felt I had the necessary skills, and it was something that I was interested in. The other thing, practical help I did, was help with the ILF funding application to enable them to have money for a laptop and 38 driving lessons, and that was successful. So the then practical help I did was research what driving instructors had autistic people before, because there was no point in sending them to somebody that didn't know anything about autism. So I managed to get somebody that he's comfortable with. He's now had 15 driving lessons and doing really well. And then using my own contacts, because I'd worked in the charity shop, I got him to get a placement, because they're a nice crowd and it's a nice shop. So he went for that, and initially he was just in the back room just sorting out clothes. As his confidence has grown in himself, He's now a key holder, opens and shuts up the shop, can serve at the till. He's doing really, really well. He's now in year 1 of a 2-year college course that I helped him do the application for. And I think he's now got the confidence that he's going to look for a paid job, a part-time job in the summer. The mentee that I had, definitely with the support that moving forward and a mentor gave him, he needed the practical and emotional support to be able to realise his goals. He had the ambition and ability. That wasn't something that I gave him. It was just overcoming the confidence and social anxiety aspect. So yes, I definitely think he benefited. I would say it was so rewarding. It's one of the most inspirational things I've done in my life, and the reward for me, seeing the mentee reaching the goals and blossoming, was just, can't explain how rewarding that it was. So I would recommend everybody or anybody that wants to volunteer does it, and also you learn a lot and you gain a lot yourself.
Autism Support Ayrshire in the main provides free and confidential information, advice, guidance and signposting to individuals, parents, carers and professionals across North, South and East Ayrshire. And alongside this, we also have access to free parent and carer workshops and free young person and young adult opportunities to develop peer networks. Through Autism Support Ayrshire, we very often get inquiries about how to access autism assessment, diagnosis, what to expect from that process and what happens after, along with just what is available locally, how do people meet other people in similar circumstances and develop a peer network, and some topics, some questions on education. Parents and carers regularly get in contact looking for information about what's available locally, how they can find out a wee bit more information about autism and how to support their child or young person, and looking at strategies round about sensory considerations and behaviour, and just what is happening and how they can get involved. We also get quite a few inquiries from autistic individuals themselves, either pre, during or post assessment and diagnosis. A lot of these inquiries are based around about supporting their mental health and wellbeing, finding other like-minded people that they can engage with, socialise and just build their own self-awareness and become more confident of who they are. And what's available locally. And then in addition to that, we get quite a number of inquiries from professionals. That could be within health teams, social work, criminal justice, or other voluntary organisations and businesses locally. People can get in touch by picking up the phone, leaving a voicemail, sending an email with a brief inquiry, and then either myself or one of the team down in Ayrshire would get back in touch, and then we could see what information, advice, signposting and guidance that we could provide, and hopefully link up with other local networks.
I know how tough it can be to be an autistic person and there being a lack of support. The branches provide support that isn't necessarily offered through kind of professional services, and I just wanted to provide support for autistic people in any way I could. I wanted to make a difference, I wanted to make a change, and I wanted to make sure that people understood as much as they could about autism, and that was why I got involved. I wanted to, just be part of this movement of, helping people to understand autism and understand that everybody with autism is different and each individual autistic person has a different story behind them. I enjoy loads of things being part of a branch. I enjoy being able to connect to other people. I enjoy, working with other people who have the same, motives and motivations as myself, and I enjoy being able to help people who when they need it, and it's not necessarily just autistic people, it's like people who are parents or carers of autistic individuals, and it's being able to help these people, whatever they're going through. But the connections that I've made through the branch are what I enjoy as well. What would I say to people who are interested in getting involved in the branch would be, yeah, definitely do it. It's such an amazing experience, and it's worth it. It's rewarding. You get so much out of it. You get, you make new connections. You realise how much of a difference you can make.
It's very challenging starting a conversation, especially because most of the time you just stand there and just overthink it all. What you need to say, what they're going to reply with. Overthinking a lot of body language to and from. I enjoy social groups a lot because you're able to express yourself. You're with other people who understand how you feel and what you're going through. And a lot of us have the same interests, and it's just it's a nice safe place to be able to practice social stuff and yourself, really. The things we do in the social group involve either going to places that our hobbies are based around. So there's places like Geek Retreat, which is good for gaming. You can sit and do board games or video games. There's cinema for people that like films, Marvel films, all that. There's arts and crafts ones that are really good. Going to the social groups definitely helped with being at the uni as well, like interacting with people and doing stuff. I definitely feel like it gave me more of a confidence boost in some things, especially like having to host your own gigs at the academy and stuff. You need to do a lot of talking to other people and a lot of planning and stuff. So I think going to the groups help with all that. Anyone who's thinking about joining should definitely give it a go. It might be scary at first and you might not feel like you fit in straight away, but definitely over time, from personal experience, you realise that you're just the same as everyone else there, and it's really fun to be able to be around people that are the same as you.
The world is more built for people with non-autistic brains, so it can be difficult with an autistic brain. For me, I think until the social groups, I had never seen someone that was similar to me doing well. So I think just having that representation is something that doesn't happen a lot that I think should. I first got involved, I was out of school. I wasn't really doing a whole lot with my life, and I just sort of needed the sort of connection with other people that were like me. I enjoy talking to other people that are similar to me and speaking to like the staff and volunteers. I think seeing them succeed in what they're doing is definitely a big inspiration and is a big part of what I enjoy about it. Having the experience and practice of talking to other people a bit more and sort of the confidence that I can do that has definitely made it easier going into interviews and college applications and things.
Well, when I was in high school, I started when I was like 12 years old. I was never really bullied as much, but I have been annoyed at that because there are some people who didn't quite understand me, and because they kind of just see me as different and not just see me as me. I've applied a few jobs as well. Also did a bit of training. I actually had like one interview, although sadly I never got the chance to work there. And for the other jobs that I have applied for, I didn't really reply back, and they couldn't see through my application. I didn't quite get experience for any of those jobs, or I didn't even get any other interviews. I got involved in moving forward by going it through with my work coach at the Drone Travel Job Centre. I enjoyed like making new friends and all that, and like getting to know them, and also learning how to work together as a team. And also we like to like seek each other's interviews, like giving their opinions for one another. I've learned that how to like put my CV together and all that, and how to look for jobs that can interest me and all that, how to like apply for jobs, and also how to prepare for interviews. Well, after moving forward, I am now at Oxfam Records, a voluntary job at Byers Road. I work there like once a week, every Friday morning. I help customers, and I also serve them at the till. Obviously, I love dancing. It's something I've just loved to do, and I'm quite confident about it. I didn't quite do it at first because I was really young back then, and I was actually kind of scared of what other people would think, you know, because of my autism and all that. But then about 2 years ago, I looked into it. It looked really fun, so I thought I'd go for it. So I had to teach myself on YouTube and all that, because everything got shut down back then. But then eventually, when everything opened up again, I managed to take lessons. Also, being part of Moving Forward helps me just be confident in myself. Like it makes me want to do new things and all that, and just something I've always wanted to do. Because there's no shame of who you are or what you want to do. Moving Forward has definitely helped me a lot, made me build up my confidence, showed me how to be myself, and they encouraged me to do my best. And they show me that I'm never alone, and they accept me for who I am.
What we're looking for in a support worker are people who are kind, who are interested in this line of work, and are interested in supporting people to lead the best lives they can.
I started here when I was 41, and I thought, am I going to be able to do this? I had no qualifications, and I came to the National Autistic Society Scotland, and they put through all my training and all my degrees, everything. SVQ, HNC, social care, and every day you're learning more and more about autism, because every day is so different. The difference is you've got different age groups in here, and everybody works together to help each other, and you're never left alone. It's all about teamwork.
I've been here since January 2022. I've really enjoyed every single day. Every day is a different day. It's very challenging but rewarding, and it's very worth it.
We've a range of different jobs in Scotland, and the thing that I'm most proud of is that people at a very senior level have worked up from support worker to the position they currently hold. And I think that says a lot for the career progression we're able to offer people.
Well, for example, in my team, there isn't a person in management that hasn't been a support worker with the National Autistic Society, and that's myself included. If you're looking to progress, we will absolutely push you here to reach your potential.
We know sometimes people are put off from applying to be a support worker because they don't think they have the skill set we need. But we know if they have the right values, kindness, compassion, and a real passion for this line of work, we can teach them everything else they need. We know we can do that.
I was looking for something that I could really make a difference in somebody's life, and a rewarding job that I could go home at night and say I did something really good for that young person. It doesn't matter what age you are, it's a great opportunity for you.